Contrast training isn't new. It's been around for a long time. It's mainly used by elite athletes who are trying to peak at a certain time of the year. And for golfers, we don't necessarily have like our Super Bowl, but I would say, middle of the summer, beginning of the summer, where we're heading into right now is what we could call our peak time. If you're new to my channel and don't know who I am, my name's Cody Wescott. I'm a strength and conditioning coach and golf fitness expert. I've been a trainer for over a decade and I've coached thousands of people around the world to play better golf. Now, let's get into the video. So for the next 4 weeks in my Lift Heavy Swing Fast program, we're going to go over French contrast training. It's basically just a way to use heavy weights, compound lifts, and then follow it up with explosive exercises called post-activation potentiation. I think I said that right, but it's abbreviated PAP. So basically, the idea is that we are activating our muscles, right, by doing a heavy compound exercise at the beginning, and then we can recruit and fire up our central nervous system to go really explosive in the following exercises. There's complex training, where you just do the heavy exercise and then followed by a plyometric or something that's explosive. But in French contrast training, there's actually 4 exercises in one circuit. Okay, so I'm going to go over all of those here in this video. This is going to be an upper body pulling focused circuit, so let's get into it. All right, so first up, we're going to be over on the pull-up bar. So we're going to start with weighted pull-ups. If you can't do a weighted pull-up, you can just do a regular pull-up. You can do some assistant. You could also do a lat pull-down. We just want this to be a heavy upper body pulling, and I'm focusing on vertical pulling power for this one. Exercise to start. We want to keep the reps low. I think 5 is about max, and you want to leave a couple in the tank. So if 5 would be a failure, don't go to 5, go to 3, okay? So with this weighted vest, I could probably do quite a few, so I'm just gonna stop around 4 or 5. I can add weight, but this is my first set, so I'm just gonna kind of feel this out. So here we go. Woo! So yeah, I probably would have had a few more reps. It started getting a little slower, so I was starting to get challenged with that strict pull-up with this weighted vest on. I probably would have maybe done one more. I probably had about 8, maybe 9 in me, really fighting for it. But that's not the goal. We got to leave a few in the tank. So next up, we've got to hit something explosive. So I'm going to do a med ball slam, add in a little rotation. Still hitting some of the same muscles that we did in the pull-up. We're gonna be hitting our lats as an upper body pull. Med ball slam is essentially a pull down of the ball, right? So it's just another way to challenge those same muscles. Ideally, if I wasn't talking so much and explaining this video, I'd only rest about 20 seconds and jump right into this. So I took that vest off. If you got another way to add weight to your pull-ups, do that just so it's easier to jump into this next exercise. So here we go. Again, reps are gonna stay low. Just keep it even because I'm gonna go on both sides. I'm only gonna do 2 on each side. So 4 total slams here. Let's take the ball. Oh. Always a light ball. Again, I'm just going for something very explosive. So I was trying to move really fast there and just be very powerful. Next up, I think I can just keep talking. I might edit this later, but next up, we're gonna grab a band. If you have a cable, it would actually be even better for this next one. Again, using the same movement patterns, a pulling motion. So I'm gonna hit I just call this power row with rotation. It could also be, I think some people call this a lawnmower, but take 1 step back, and I'm gonna row hard, I'm gonna rotate. I don't mind getting a little bit lower body. This is all about power, right? So 5 there, switch sides. I would prefer that on a cable or a Kaiser, but to get a really heavy band, and that's a great one. So follow me on over here. Now, we're gonna go back up to a pull-up, but this time the pull-up is going to be assisted. Now, obviously I don't need assistance to do a pull-up, but I want to do a very explosive pull-up. So I'm going to get a band. I preferred tying the band around the J hooks. These are called J hooks. So again, short rest, like 20 seconds. I've probably taken longer than that to talk, but got my band set up, put up here, and again, I'm only gonna do a few very explosive pull-ups. So here we go. Notice I didn't go down incredibly fast. I wasn't trying to turn it into like a trampoline or something like that. I want to be under control. I don't want to be out of control, but I want to be firing and pulling really hard. So that's a French contrast training circuit. There's 4 exercises in there. So I hope you kind of saw the cadence there. Start with something really heavy and follow it up with 3 pretty explosive exercises. Technically it's like a force plyometric that follows the heavy compound lift, a speed strength exercise, and a speed plyo. So for your upper body, that can be kind of tricky. So that's why I came up with the sequence of these exercises. You probably could interchange the second and third one, but you're splitting hairs there. So this is a great method for golfers that a lot of people have never heard of, don't use. Again, it's usually for other sports. I haven't seen many golfers use this, but it is fantastic. You don't get very sore because you saw like that the volume was low. I only did a few reps of each one of those. And now I'm gonna take a big long rest before it starts again. I'm gonna take probably 3 minutes before I do my next set. But it's an excellent way to train for golf. It gets you fired up. I could do this. It's later in the day here. I'm not gonna go play golf, but I could do this workout and I could go play golf. So this is a great in-season way to train. If you haven't tried it, click the link below, join my program. This starts on Monday. I believe that is the day after Mother's Day. It's going to be the 13th. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's Monday the 13th. Join us and let's get to work. Thanks, guys.